Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone. My name is Luke. I'm your host of said Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke, and hello to the listeners. I just want to let you know, Luke, that I am and have always been 100% faithful. 100%.
100%. 100%? 100%.
Yes.
So you know that scene in Dude, Where's My Car, where they have a whole conversation with just the word dude?
Yes.
Yeah, there are scenes in the trailers where it's just like 100%, 100%,
100%, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude! I thought that was just some kind of like Aussie thing because a lot of Aussies say it.
No, we have numbers here too.
No, it turns
percentages.
It turns out numbers and mathematics are kind of universal. Shit, who'd have thought that? Yeah, you never know because you guys use like different systems like Fahrenheit and all that bullshit.
Yep, it is all bullshit.
We're here to talk about New Beginning, the road to it. Anyway, 2024, 2025. Sorry, fucking hell, I'm still stuck in the past, man. Whereas I live in the future, so I don't know how that works. But we're going to cover those, and there's ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Blue Skies. I am at Grumpy2EB. I don't know if it works like that, but just look me up and same thing. Drews for tweets is Mr. Andy. We do have a collective at Never Open thing, and it wanted me to verify it's melting me. I don't know. I'll get it 100% working. It just wouldn't let me. I don't know. Technical difficulties. I'm 42-year-old Luddite. It turns out I'm becoming more of a Luddite the older I get, Mr. Guy. Yeah. He's nodding his head. He knows. He fucking knows. Oh my god. Anyway.
We're recording right now, Luke, just to let you know.
Yeah. So. Anyway, if you have any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. NeverOpenPod@gmail.com. And watch me absolutely ruin this intro. A bit rusty. You can do that on the YouTubes. Look at us up. The Never Open Podcast. Hello. Hi. Watch our stuff and like it and share it and all that stuff and jazz. Thanks. Hi.
A bit rusty, he says, when this is like episode 280 or some shit.
I'm warming up, dude. Give me another chance.
A long time, and we got a big surprise coming up soon, by the way, so stay tuned for that. It'll be awesome. One day you're going to play this in your ears and you're going to hear something crazy, so hope you enjoy it when it comes out. But anyway, we're Kurgan Hall. There's no English commentary.
They're all in the doghouse.
I'm fucking fired up. They're not flying people out for this, but there's big gaps in the shows, even televised or whatever. So this is common. It happens every year. But I will say that there was something special that was going on at Kurgan Hall. And I don't know if you noticed it, but banners are back. And they aren't back in a big way, but they're there. They're not fan-made. They're actually New Japan banners, but Kurgan Hall had fucking banners hanging from the, wherever the balconies or whatever on the right and left side. And it made a big impression on me because it's just like, man, I miss that so much since COVID. For some reason, they don't let fans up in the balcony anymore, I think. So it's like corporate suite up there. Fucking Tanahashi and Evil took both of them over or something like that. And so it's frustrating that there aren't banners because if you watch the old matches, it's just something that made it so cool and unique to New Japan and wrestling in general at Kurgan Hall. But anyway, banners are back. I'm pretty happy about it.
Can I ask a question before we continue? Because I like the crowds of both nights. They're fun. But I also want to ask, where are they as well?
Yeah, couple empty seats there, right on hard cam too.
Oh yeah, both nights.
Let's move in, folks. Let's move in.
Yeah. So. Is it just New Japan's like, no, they bought the ticket they bought. No, they sit where they sit.
I bet you the fan is like that. I would imagine the fan is like that because we know how they feel about things being narrow. Can you imagine being forced to sit in not your seat? Oh, man.
Dude, and how would you feel? It's like, I paid the expensive seats and now someone's sitting next to me from the nosebleeds. How dare they?
Oh, man. They like Great-O-Khan? Ugh.
Fucking House of Torture fans next to me. God, they're insufferable. This is one of those drunk fans. He's got a Mexican horn. Yeah.
It's fucking Teton.
Oh my god.
At least
Actual
he's not on this
Teton.
score. Yeah, but there is something really cool because we had this happen once before where the Young Lions got to pick their match and they
dude.
both picked Hiromu. This time, what happened, Luke?
Dude, no, they both that was the last time. They both picked Tanahashi. So
I know. This time, they all picked Tanahashi.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So Sho Mikado versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. When I first saw this match and I saw this was the first one, I was like, why is it this Murashima? But that's the next night. It's look, I'm gonna say it. It might be a little rough to start. Yeah. But it gets really good. Kaito, he gets plenty of young line offense, even a fucking Brab. Tanahashi even slaps him in the face.
The big slap.
Yeah, it was fucking Tanahashi's not playing with these Brabs either. He brutally kind of like folds Sho Mikado in half, and I'm like, oh damn, dude. And, he's like, all right, I took your offense, man, and now I've taken offense. It's time to fucking break you. And Tanahashi wins with what move?
Well, it's the Cloverleaf.
No, it's the JTO. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
It's the J tapped out.
That's right.
Come on. Am I the only one who remembers that? Who's that secret Bullet Club mole for J? Who is that?
I thought it was TTO, but but this match was awesome, Luke. The Tanahashi did a lot of subtle things in this match. There was a lot of subtle stuff going on. Like, for example, when he comes to the ring, he's taking all 4 posts. Like if you ever watch a wrestler come out, if it's a main eventer and they're in like the second match, they're not taking all 4 posts. They're not doing that, right? Because it's just a shitty thing to do. Well, Tanahashi's taking all 4 posts, going to all 4 corners, taking his sweet ass time, and it's so funny. That made me laugh. Also, Tanahashi's taunting Kato, and he's it's like he's wrestling him, and then the moment that that Kato kind of starts to maybe out wrestle Tanahashi a little bit, then it's fuck your leg. And the same thing happens on the next night where it's like, and it's a little fuck your leg. And then when that doesn't work, it's dragon screw and it's over, So yeah. I like that. That was cool. Also, the finish of this match was awesome because Tanahashi had the kid up in the high angle Brab, right? And he's kind of standing up and it looks great. And the kid's maybe going to make it to the ropes. And Tanahashi waits till the perfect split second before he gets to the ropes and literally sits on the kid's head. And it reminds me when Samoa Joe used to put the Kokita clutch on and then he'd wrap his legs around and you'd be like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh no, the guy's dead. He dropped to his back and go full like mount on the guy. And that was
He's got the sleeper hold on. There's still hope. Yeah,
He's
right. Wrapped his legs around him. It's over.
Right. Yeah, it was that. And it was such a cool finish. And, I love that match a lot. It was really cool. So that was fun. Next, Luke, we have Hot versus Bars, Toriano, our favorite, Murashima, and Trash Talking Young Lion. And Murashima beats the fuck out of Sho at the beginning of the match. And I was like, yeah, get him. And he's gonna be on top the whole match, So House of Torture cheat though, and they beat everybody up. Kanemaru slams Murashima on the fucking parquet floor. Boo! He knows he's got that match with Tanahashi tomorrow. He's like, fuck you. That was great, man. Crowd hates that. But Murashima does tag in your buddy Bars, who runs wild on Hot. And then we get Nagai, who is Trash Talking Young Lion. He tags in, and he comes in hot. He's definitely going to win. That's what he's thinking. But Murashima comes in with a big shoulder tackle to help the kid maybe get a win. So he gets the Brab on Kanemaru. He's definitely going to win. But he can't even stay upright while Kanemaru is working towards the ropes. It's the worst Brab. I'm not going to say that I've ever seen, but it is a terrible Brab. And if you're in there with Kanemaru and you can't get the Brab on, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because he's like the best, and he's going to make you look awesome. And Nagai looked like an asshole right there. That was not good. So gotta call him out when you see it. So.
Yeah, you have to, dude.
Yeah, and then Kanemaru with extreme prejudice puts a Brab on the kid. And that was great. And
here's how you do it, kid.
Sho blocked a rope break, kind of getting the kid away from it. Match over. Great finish, though. I thought the finish was cool. House of Torture hold the belts up, and they beat up the Trash Talking Young Lion. And then Bars is like, that's my Young Lion. And they all run away.
I like Daiki Nagai's I'm gonna win attitude. It kind of reminds me of like Beavis and Butthead. Like they believe 100% that this next scheme that they're going to
They're gonna
do,
get laid, yeah.
they're gonna get laid.
Finally, yes.
Finally, it's gonna happen this time for reals, and then it doesn't. So Daiki Nagai really brings out that energy of like, I'm the fucking star already. I'm gonna win. Losers.
That's an important quality for a wrestler to have. A wrestler has to have a short memory, right? Because if not, then you come out like looking like an asshole. So you got to come out. Although he did look like an asshole in this match, but that's wrestling was bad.
Next, we have Taka Michinoku and Taichi. I'm loving this team versus Sonata and Clark Connors. Taichi, he's beaten up in the crowd, still wearing his jacket as well. And the fucking commentary, they love the just face lock.
Yeah, they love you saying it. It's some of the English.
Oh man, they love saying no chaser as well. This is like really, really good stuff. It's Taichi has, I think, he's one of those guys where, all right, the preview tags have gone on a little much. Usually I feel like, all right, I'm finished with these preview tags. I'm ready for the match. Taichi's one of those guys where I'm like, nah, man, he kind of always makes these preview tags a little, I don't know. He's great. I love him in preview tags.
He makes everyone else entertaining too.
I never feel like the feud has gone on too long, if that's what I'm saying, you know. And this isn't Sonata thing. Like, I know they're probably like this and Thick as Caesar's bros backstage, but they're really selling it. And I love Sonata's. Is it this night he wears the t-shirt, or is it next night?
It's this night.
It's this night.
Fucking shirt on again.
Dude, it's fucking funny. Like, I love it, but it says just 4 guys. 4 is crossed off with a red X, and 5, sorry, is crossed off with a red X underneath. It's a 4 on it, and it just looks so.
But it says made. Fuck just 4 guys. That's the
fuck
thing.
Just 4 guys.
Come on, man.
Dude, because of injuries, he should cross out the 4 and put a 3. Cross out the 3 and put a 2.
No. Like he shouldn't do that. In fact, he should fuck off. Is what he should do.
Yeah, exactly. See, but that's the thing. We've got an opinion on Sonata now. We suddenly care about him.
Exactly.
He's an asshole. We want him to lose, and that's something, isn't it? Like usually, we're peaks and valleys with Sonata. We're either I'm
invested. You know,
sometimes at different times, but one of us will be up here or down here, and other times we're both the same. Yeah, if you make us interested in Sonata, then there's something being done. Right.
Remember when he wrestled with Bushi and he got all mad?
Dude, that was way too. There was no way.
That was so funny.
I like how New Japan is just like, oh yeah, Bushi, Bushi. Then he makes one mum joke and it's over. Wow. Okay.
He did other stuff too.
I know. I'm just being a silly idiot here. But there's a no chaser on Taka Michinoku. Taichi is all pissed off. Kenta Sato has to restrain him by himself.
Yeah.
Taichi even kind of helps. Yeah. So look, I like. Yeah, this feud's working for me big time. I love it.
So I got a problem with this match, right? And the problem is that why doesn't it happen on the next night? You know, like I was hoping that both nights this match would happen, and both nights there would be no finish. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do here is that they just end up kicking each other's ass in the crowd. And like, you know, and then it's just that they both get counted out by Marty, you know? So I thought that would have been cool. I'd like to see Taka not have to take every fucking pin, but here we go, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like at this point, it's just getting a little old because if there's only 2 guys, I mean, you got to elevate Taka a little bit, right? You got to, and they're not doing it really.
We're not asking you to put the fucking junior tag titles, all the tag. We're not even asking you to put a stank belt on him.
I was asking for a DQ. I'm asking for a DQ.
We're just asking, like, all right, there's only 2 guys at the moment. You might want to give Taka his 19th win or something.
Maybe Yoramura is closer than we know. You know, we'll see. But I like the eye poke shenanigans between Taka and Connors. So like Taka has this eye poke routine and it's become a babyface thing now, which is awesome. But Connors knows it step by step. But then Taka has yet another step that he busts out, and it's just that classic New Japan one-upsmanship thing with the moves.
Yeah.
I love, man. That was funny.
And him and Gato especially are really good at, like, especially when they're doing it together, it's magical. Maybe even Dick Togo, because those three are just magicians at it, just coming up with all new different combinations as well, or doing the old combinations but in a different order or something. Like, man,
I love it.
Yeah.
I do have another problem with this match, is that on the way out, Sonata decides he wants to beat up Taichi. So he takes Taichi over to the like north sign or whatever it is and busts his head on the wall. And there is this fucking bitch in the crowd who thinks it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. I don't like her.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
but Taichi did throw a chair at him. And I noticed that's like his gimmick. And also, you know who else's gimmick is to try to stop the wrestler on their own? It's Marty's gimmick. And I don't like that Kenta Sato is trying to stop him. You know, get out of the way, Kenta Sato. You're not Marty, okay?
Yeah, move, bitch. Get out the way.
Anyway, that was great. But next week we have Shota Umino, Master Wato, and Ishii versus Great-O-Khan, Akira, and Neil Patrick Harris. I really like something funny about this match is that whenever Ishii tags with Shota Umino, all the other wrestlers will be like dorks with Shota Umino and have the huge entrance. But Ishii just comes out like normal and stands there and waits. And it's so funny. He does it in this match and the crowd loves it. They think it's the greatest thing ever. Isn't it amazing how Ishii, as the straight man, is so funny? Like, the dude is hilarious. He knows comedy very well.
He does.
I loved it. So that was great. Anyway, Wato and Shota Umino do the special entrance, which is kind of silly too. And there is something going on in this match. There's a couple things that I love about it. One, Wato and Akira get in right away and just tear it up. And it's like, fuck yeah. And then Akira and Ishii tear it up, but in a different way. In a way where I'm like, wait a second. Is Ishii trying to test Akira? Is he trying to say, and is Akira trying to like answer that call? And that's what's going on. We got a mini feud between Ishii and Akira.
Fucking dope, dude.
So great. So I was like, yes. That made me so happy. But you knew, there's something different about the interactions right away. And when Ishii gets that tunnel vision, it's like, oh, it's fucking on. And that's what happened. That was great. So I love that. So United Empire, they tried some ref distraction stuff and it works, but Ishii and Akira are brewing this mini feud. So, you know, they're kind of like, don't care about any of that. But Great-O-Khan sits on Ishii in the corner, which is very disrespectful.
Yeah, don't like him.
Then Shota Umino and Great-O-Khan get their time, and it's not great, but it's not bad either. You know, it's like, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Great-O-Khan maybe not putting in 100%. You know, it could be that. I don't know. It could be that he's not happy about this or something.
Yeah, because he's going to fucking lose.
Something weird's going on here. So maybe we're reading into that, but you know, that was great. So, but they do get in a big time strike battle. It's pretty good. I like that. Great-O-Khan almost chokes out Shota Umino too, which was great. But Neil Patrick Harris tags in and he wrestles Master Wato. And I'm just like, man, don't wrestle. Okay, take moves from Master Wato. Don't wrestle him, you know. So, but Akira has to help, right? Which is nice. We get one of those like hilarious diving pin breakups from Ishii where you just see him flying in from off camera. And he breaks up a pin. And he takes out Neil Patrick Harris with a big strike. We get more from Ishii and Akira, and I'm like, okay, we're doing this at this point. Botched crucifix bomb though from Wato.
Oh yeah,
man. I don't know. I think that was kind of Wato's fault there. I don't think dude was ready for him. You know, just the way it looked. But it almost looked like that Neil Patrick Harris didn't want to take the crucifix bomb too. I don't know. I couldn't tell. So it's one of those kind of tough ones. But Resitamente for 2, he went up for that. It takes the high angle German to finally take out the monster Neil Patrick Harris.
I know, right? I think it's just to reestablish like Wato's amazing high angle German. So mission accomplished. So this match sold me on several things. Here's what it sold me on. Akira versus Wato. Great-O-Khan versus Ishii. Akira versus Ishii. Sorry, what's the point of this match? Oh, it's the preview, Shooter versus Great-O-Khan. Oh.
I don't think Great-O-Khan cares, man. So...
Dude, I was just like, I'm seeing Great-O-Khan and Ishii wrestle. I was like, I want that. I don't know, man. What is it with me? Like, he's done nothing wrong, Shooter, has he?
No, it's like when someone gets voted off as a traitor because they just don't like him. It's like that. Sure, you're starting to get like babyface heat for Shota Umino because Great-O-Khan doesn't care about wrestling him.
Dude, when I see Great-O-Khan and Akira like in wrestling Ishii, and I'm just like, I want that more than I want Shooter wrestling either of them. That's like, okay, why am I feeling that? Okay, yes, Ishii is one of my favorites. And maybe it gives me more of an element of like, I can see Ishii winning or losing to either one of these two because Ishii is fucking not is a selfless kind of dude. He always has been. It's probably why he's not world champ or something. I don't know. But they sold me on the wrong match with this preview. They sold me on the wrong matches. Like they sold me on the matches I want, but not on the matches we're getting. So okay.
Well, there was more to say after the match because after the match, Great-O-Khan, he just wants to inspect one of these little light sticks that the Shota Umino baby fans have. So he goes over to one of the fans. He asks very politely, "Can I have that?" The fan gives it to him, and he's looking at it, and Shota Umino kicks his ass.
Dude, he loses his shit.
That's for babies.
Yeah. You're too old for that. Fucking put it down. I thought he was going to have a fucking foot stomping tantrum and shit and start going crying and go, Dad.
That was ridiculous. And like God. Shota Umino returned the glow stick to the baby, the cheap fucking plastic piece of shit, because he gave it to Great-O-Khan? Man, who's really the asshole here? That's all I'm saying. You know? And why is it that baby? That's great.
Oh my goodness. All right. The next match we have is Honma tag teaming with a bunch of nerds. That's Yo and Yoshihashi.
Team. Holy shit. What did Honma do?
Yeah. He's like, yeah. Honma's there because Makabe's like, nah, I'm not taking jobs.
That's right.
But you know, it's true, right? Like, if he took more jobs, Makabe would be on the TV more. I guarantee it.
You're probably right. So.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? We've probably just made all this up.
I don't care, everyone. This is like I will do. It's my headcanon now. I've been a consistent non-fan.
He does wrestle like an asshole though. So I mean, just saying.
Yeah,
might be an act, but.
He gives me Hogan vibes or something, like, you know, that kind of selfishness. I say, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, fuck that guy. He's not even here tonight, unless he's on commentary. And I didn't see it, but they're wrestling. Robbie Eagles has to wrestle with two non-nerds. He gets to wrestle with the fucking awesome dudes because he's also one of those. It's Rihai Iwa and Hartley Jackson. And my first note here is the most important. Marty Asami is out.
Yeah.
And seeing Hartley beat the shit out of Yo is awesome. He does this he just stands over Yo and just elbow drop, and I was like, fuck, just that. Like when you have a build like Hartley Jackson, you don't need to do the fucking fancy moves, man. An elbow drop like that, it just looks like he fucking crunched this dude. It just works, man. It does this kind of senton on Yo as well. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I love you, Hartley Jackson. Keep beating Yo. Then Eagles tags in and then fucks up Yo even more with a meteor. It's like, Yo just came back, guys. Holy shit. Hartley fucks Honma up for Rihai, and he's like, Jackson #1.
Yeah, that's his deal, man. And they all go, #1 after he says that. Like, that's his thing. He's number one. Right. I love it. The crowd loves that thing.
So, all right. I like dudes that can work well with Honma. That's a consistent thing with me as well. I like Honma, and I know he's limited. So when you can bring out the kind of best in him, I like. Did Iwa just decide, hey, Honma, just pretend we're in a never match for the title for some reason, because these two gentlemen just fucking beat the shit out of each other. It's awesome. He was going for a lariat. Honma just headbutts him. Hits a Kikeshi. like it's awesome. And then I see like Hummer's got a busted eye, doesn't touch it, by the way.
No.
Like he lets that shit run. Professional wrestling, like he knows what he's doing, man. He's a pro. Say
It's
what you
all
want about him.
swollen on the bottom.
Oh,
Like it came out.
it's nasty.
Like it looks like it came out, and it's like, oh my god, no,
dude. I was like, all right.
I got sad watching that. I was not happy.
I feel that. I also thought like Hummer's still a tough motherfucker. Also, I'm like, Ewa, you did good. You made my dude look a fucking $1 million. Please don't pop his eye out no more. Like, just scale it back a smidge. You don't need to go to the just a smidge, man. Like
it might have been Hanma's fault. I mean, he's throwing his face at the dude, for his headbutts. So who knows? But, it's just like fucking
look,
sucked.
They made each other look good. And that was some Never shit, and I really, really liked it. And I really liked.
They have a big match coming up, right? Those two, Hanma and Iowa.
Don't think so.
What?
Do they?
Oh no, it's Yoshihashi, who you haven't even mentioned yet. So,
can I just mention that like, he's in my notes once, and that's to say that he's in this match tag with you and on.
Oh my god, he did the chops.
Oh, dude,
he chopped the chops.
But this match also sold me on the wrong match. I kind of was like, if you gave me 10 minutes at Ewell Honra, I think I'd be happy with that. Don't need Honma to win, but I'd take 10 minutes of this. Like, yeah. Oh, it's Yoshihashi. Oh, yeah. Okay, you win too much now, Yoshi. I don't like you anymore. But Honma's eye is like bleeding. It looks cool, but it's scary kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the lariat, the grip hits the lariat, and Ewell wins. Yeah. That was kind of gnarly. I liked it.
It's like, damn, bro, take it easy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had to choke Hanma too. I can't remember. Yeah, he had to choke him because he hit him with that lariat and his eyes all fucked up. But Hanma kicked out, and then they get up and he's like, "All right, bro, I gotta choke you. Sorry." It's like, fuck, man. Yeah, don't kill Hanma. Hanma's no. Hey, maybe Hanma might should hang it up soon. Or let's make the schedule a little lighter for Hanma. He doesn't have to wrestle every day. I mean, come on now. Why is he doing that? But you want to see the dads when you go see a New Japan show, and he's one of the dads, sort of.
Yeah.
But next week we have an awesome match. What a team. What a team. It's Gabe Kidd, Dan Baloney, Ishimori, and Gato versus another team, LIJ, Hiromu, Shingo, Naito, and Tsuji. So they are also a very good team, but man, this Gabe Kidd, Baloney, Ishimori, Gato team. So Gabe Kidd's different. This is his first time back to Kurgan Hall since, Wrestle Dream or Kingdom or whatever it was. So he's fucking over, like more than he was before. Now he's got a t-shirt that is the lion mark, but it's his face on it, and it's very well done. I mean, like I'd wear it, and I don't like wrestling t-shirts. So I mean, like it's pretty cool. I
don't think you've bought one in years.
I don't like that. Yeah, it's like, but his face is incorporated well with it. I specifically don't like to buy wrestling t-shirts with a man's face on it, like just like his face, whatever. That's weird. But I do have a t-shirt with Nate Robinson and Big Baby, so that's all right. That's fine.
Right.
But
I think the only wrestler I like with his actual face on the shirt, because it works, is just Orange Cassidy with the kind of thumbs up. Because it makes sense that he would have a shirt that's kind of like,
I do have a Hunter S. Thompson shirt that's also just his face, but it's like an outline. It's artsy. Right. So anyway, I have t-shirts, but Gabe Kidd is slapping hands with the fan, and he's kissing Shota Umino fans as well. Shocking. So he's trying to sell some t-shirts. But he is New Japan, and that's what the t-shirt means. And Hiromu comes out, and he's trying to sell some shit too. He comes out with his mascot get up on. And oh fuck. This starts off with a fucking bang. Tsuji slaps the shit out of Gabe Kidd. And right away, they get into a massive chop battle. And it is like,
awesome.
Hey guys, we're going to do a long chop battle. So like, just stand over there. And that's pretty much what happens.
Have a smoko, boys. We'll be a while. Yeah.
Gabe Kidd's like barking between the chops, and the crowd's barking along with him. And it is fucking awesome. So then another great pairing I love, Gato and Naito get in. And that's good times. But this time, We haven't seen him really wrestle Gato much since he has his tag team with Hiromu. So now every time he gets into any trouble with Gato, here comes Hiromu fucking with him, and they're like cheating and stuff, and it's great. Then Shingo and Baloney, they get a bunch of time, and it's awesome. And it looks like Dan Baloney is trying to hit the Made in Japan at one point, and the crowd's like, "What? Dude. You can't do that!" That was great. So Shingo does a double lariat on Ken and Maloney, and they just like stare him down. It's great. Like he tries a double lariat, right? It's another one of these multi-step deals. He tries a double lariat. Makabe's peering from backstage. He's frustrated, but you know what? Nobody cares. They're like, "Shut up, dude. It's Shingo." But when he hits the double lariat on Dan Maloney and Gabe Kidd, they just stand there and they look at him. And it is a great moment. And like Shingo gives it just enough time to breathe, ducks one, goes back, hits him, and gets them both down. And it's like, awesome. Fuck, that is wrestling right there. That is great wrestling. So that made me laugh. And I loved it. Anyway, so let's see here. Then Ishimori finally gets involved. He hasn't done anything the whole match. And him and Gato line up to get hit with crossbodies from Hiromu. That's just fun. They just line up and keep getting hit with them. Double knee smash from Naito and Hiromu on Gato. And he taps out to Hiromu. And Naito puts a hold on while Hiromu gets down and looks Gato right in his little beady eyes and says, "Give up!" Like that.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it.
He said it. He said it. And he's not making it up for effect. I heard the words, "Give up," come out of Hiromu's mouth as well. That was fucking awesome. And Gato does, by the way. Even though the match is over and he doesn't have to tap out and acknowledge Hiromu, he's looking at Hiromu going, "Yes, I do. Please get him to take this off." No.
There's standoffs and scuffles after the match, and looking forward to all those matches. Can we get like Gato and someone versus Naito and Hiromu? Can we get that? That'd be cool.
The booking of Drilla and Shingo is working for me because they're not giving Drilla the "I'm a junior" booking of going up against the heavy. They're putting him over as just like, yeah, but look at him.
Just like Shingo.
Yeah.
Shingo came in as an oversized junior.
Yeah. He wrestled his way out of the juniors division faster than anyone I'd ever seen, Shingo. And yeah, I can
for a long time. Remember that? A long undefeated streak, man.
Yeah, I can easily see a similar kind of transition for Drilla. Yeah, fucking do it, man. That'd be
perfect guy to do it against too.
Now, you know why this match works for me? Hey, what is this match trying to sell me on? Shingo and Drilla? Oh yeah, I want that. Yeah, give me that. Hook me up. Hook that shit up to me. Yeah. Oh, it's also trying to sell us on the Hiromu Naito actually being a tag team and them being like the older, younger brother douchebags on other people. Yeah, that's selling me on that too. I'm into it. What else is this trying to sell me on? Gabe Kidd and Yota Tsuji. Is that the match that's happening as well? Or is that, am I making, oh no, that's actually the match? Oh, cool. So this match made me excited for the matches it was supposed to make me excited for, not make me go, oh shit, I wish Shingo was wrestling Gabe Kidd instead. I mean, I'd like to see that, but that's not the feeling I had watching this, if that makes sense.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Did his job. And Ishimori doesn't have beef with any of these people. So he kind of wasn't involved much. You know, he's dealing with Fujita. Fujita's not in the match. So, you know.
Absolutely. It's, I loved it. So the next match happens, and it's not a bad match, but I'm looking at this. It's the junior tag champion, Fujita, and the world champ, Zack Sabre Jr., wrestling against the number one, and you know, it's kind of like intermingled. Who's got the title? Everyone's kind of a champion except Goto. You know, it's true. He's a loser. But but I'm looking at this match, and it's one of those tag matches where you see it, and you're just like, 30-minute draw. And then I'm thinking to myself, it can't be a 30-minute draw. I can't see Goto doing a fucking 30 minutes. I mean, I can. But he's not going to do 30. But he's not going to. Nah. I don't see it. So I'm like, so who loses this match? Oh shit! This match might not make me very happy, and it might make Mr. Andy's head explode. Like, ooh. So
I know.
it's also one of those matches where it's like Vegeta's out, then Desperado's out, then Goto's out, then Zack Sabre Jr.'s out. It's one of those. It should have been
I don't know why they
Goto
do
out
that,
first
yeah.
because he doesn't have a title, so he's the least important. But look, I like this match, but its job is to sell me on 2 matches. And it sold me on 2 matches, all right? I'm getting one of them. I'm not getting the other one. Because I would much rather see El Desperado wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. and also have a match somehow with Kosei Fujita. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
it's like that match with Ishii. I'd rather see Ishii wrestle both those guys in a feud than Shooter. So I'm having this with Goto. I'd rather see the Desperado match in both instances, and I'm getting one of those with Vegeta. But I'm also annoyed because Vegeta is the Super Junior Tag Team Champion. So couldn't you have a different challenger at the moment for the world title? Because Vegeta and Eagles have got other stuff to do. Like,
I think they want these like kids to lose their first title match. Like they want to get that out of the way. I think they did it already with like all of them pretty much. They've all gone for big titles and lost. So I feel like they just want to get that out of the way so that they can do other stuff. They shouldn't. It's weird that they can't. They always have this thing where the junior championship is intermingled somehow with the tag titles, and it's irritating. Yeah,
I feel like it's irritating even more now, where I feel like the junior division's absolutely popping off. It's awesome. Like you've got a pretty decent, But I don't know, maybe because of COVID, it took maybe a little longer for it to rebuild, I guess. Because I think maybe the junior division's a lot more international, I guess, than the heavies.
That's fair.
So there's something to that. But I think they've got the junior tag and singles division down pretty well. Like, and I'm like, you don't really need to intermingle them. But your point is probably right. All right, we had him win his first title with the tag belt. Let's get the. Yeah, I see it.
I don't know why, but I mean, that'd be cool if he won, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I don't think Goto's going to win either. But
so this match is also designed to cast a bit of doubt in our minds that Zack Sabre Jr. could lose. Like, I haven't seen Zack Sabre Jr. lose in ages. So when I finally see him lose, I want to see him lose against, I don't know, anybody else, really.
Yeah.
Anybody else. I am not into this Goto feud. I'm not into it. I don't care.
No one does, man. I mean, I maybe not. Maybe I would think that Goto's super over in Japan, right? So that's why this is working on that level. But I think he's over in that same way that Sonata is. You know what I mean? Where he's not a top guy, but you can heat him up, and if you need him to do the honors.
Except they realized they would have another Goto if they didn't put the title on Sonata at least once, and he had a pretty successful title reign. I'll give him that. It was quite a nice lengthy run, so it was good. But yeah, look, Goto, he pins Zack Sabre Jr. in this match, and I'm just like, no, I don't like this. What did you think of this?
I thought the match was fun. Something happened in this match that is maybe like make El Desperado my favorite wrestler of all time. So he's tagging with Goto. El Desperado will tag with nerds, but he isn't one. All right. So Goto tries to do the war drums on the champion of New Japan. And El Desperado is like, I'm not doing that. And Goto's like, oh, no, come on. And the crowd's like, yeah, come on. And he's like, no. He just tells Goto no. And I was like, yes, he did it because he's not a nerd and because that's the champion of New Japan. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Also, we're on different teams, but like, I don't hate Zack Sabre Jr.
Right, exactly.
I will rip his leg off because it's a match, but like, we're not enemies. So fuck you, Goto.
That's great, man. That made me laugh. So, but yeah, the also later in the match, Fujita gets Goto down, right? And he's like, I'm going to do the war drums. And he's like, he's trying to be a silly kid. And Zack Sabre Jr. is like, don't do that. He's like, no, you come in and you do it. And he's like, no. So it's like the same thing. Respect from Zack Sabre Jr. Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? That's just stupid. This is serious. And I like that. That was fun. I also like watching Zack Sabre Jr. wrestle Desperado. Like you said, that was cool.
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe that could happen, in this future somehow. When's the anniversary show is in March. They both still have the title. There you go.
Hey.
So we'll see what happens. I was not happy with the finish, but I get why they're doing it. I mean, it's like it's just a story thing, and if it ends up that he wins, this is the beginning of that believability, right? So it's okay. I'm not mad. Who cares? It's just a match.
If he does win, welcome to the Never Know a podcast.
That's right. Yeah, we're quitting. I'm canceling my subscription. They New Japan World just recently turned 10 years old. I've been sending them money every month for 10 years.
Wow.
What a nice guy I am,
You're wonderful. It's kind of 8 for me, I think. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. All right. So that was night 1.
Correct.
Let's get into it. We're back at Korakuen Hall, night 2. How did we start this night?
It starts with another. I want to pick my match because I am the young lion, and we are Korakuen Hall. And tonight it's Murashima versus the Ace.
Love this.
Same deal as yesterday. Tanahashi takes a sweet ass time. I'm the Ace. Goes to every corner. Let's make sure the fan. And the fans are cheering him, but they kind of have that like thing going on where they're like, this guy's being a dick, and I love it. So we get mat wrestling to start, and Murashima holds his own, man. He does all right, but no clean break from the kid. He just starts hitting Tanahashi and gets fucking slapped for it. But he keeps firing away anyway, and that was great. But Tanahashi eventually gets tired of that. Fuck your leg. And Murashima grabs Tanahashi's hair and yells his name like a battle cry and hits the big jumping elbow. Huge pop when he hits a fucking suplex on Tanahashi. That was awesome. Dude. Then he picks him up and hits the power slam for 1. Oh, man. Here comes the Brab, and Murashima locks it in, but Tanahashi easily gets to the ropes. And Murashima looks great, unlike trash talking young lion. So Murashima is feeling it though. Here he goes. He gets slapped and Brab high angle style. And then he gets to the ropes. Oh my God. Dragon screw, cloverleaf. It's over, sadly. The crowd wants that rope break so bad, man. But the ref calls the match. And Murashima must have audibly told him, yes, because we don't see that, no. And he's got his face buried because it's too expressive for this moment.
Yeah, it really is. Dude, just seeing Murashima do a drop kick to Tanahashi while he's in the corner. So it wasn't like he didn't drop kick him in the corner. No, he's already in the corner, just running drop kick. And then grabs Tanahashi and does a fucking belly to belly suplex. Yeah. I'm like, all right, if he's allowed to do that on the president, all right, Murashima's he's cooking.
He's a little powerhouse, right? That's what he's got to be. He's got to be a little powerhouse. I can't wait.
I like the Sho Mikado match. I love this one. Absolute personal bias though, because I love Katsuyori Murashima.
I think the finish on that first match was like so good. It was kind of hard to not like that one better, but I like Murashima better. So fuck Kato.
Yes, that
works.
That's right. All right. Okay. So I guess I do have to do one of these. It's Ren, Sho, and motherfucking Yoshinobu Kamaru and Yujiro versus Sho Mikato, Wato, and 2 dorks, Bolton Oleg and Toriano. Wano does this fucking awesome tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Kanemaru. Then he does a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Sho as if he was Tongaloa. So I get what they were going for, but for that second one, he wasn't quite ready to do this whole 3 or one of them wasn't, and whoops. But I get what you're going for. That's what these tag matches are for, right? Like he'll perfect the double tilt-a-whirl at some point. That's fine.
Tiger Mask is backstage like, fuck.
Tilt-a-whirls look hard, man. Like, come on. Oh my God. So I have to call it though. I love you, Wato. I have to call it. I love seeing Ren set Bolton Oleg up for a Sho spear. That was awesome. And then for some reason, like, look, why is it Yujiro that has to? Why do we need to heat him up at all? I guess because he's one of the trio going for the titles. But like, I'd rather see the double cross.
He's pinning.
Yeah, I know it's only Sho Mikado, but fuck Yujiro. All right.
It's so that when Yujiro gets pinned by bars, you care. That's why.
Yeah. We better warm Yujiro up. Who should we have him pin? Just a young lion. You want to heat him up any more than that? Nah.
No, it starts to smell. You know,
it's the
he doesn't
jorts,
wash
dude.
the jorts. Yeah, I learned recently. I don't know if we don't really talk about rumors and stuff, but we do have our connections in New Japan. And I recently learned something interesting about Yujiro is that he's actually become more like environmentally conscious, and he's starting to not like change jorts. Like he used to change jorts all the time. You couldn't tell, but he was. But as we learned, and we discovered this a long time ago, that there is actually micro jort plastics in the ocean now, and most of them are from Yujiro. So he's actually decided he's gonna, start only wearing the same jorts, which is what the smell is all about.
You know how the average, like, there's that statistic that the average human eats blah 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 microplastics a year.
Yeah,
like Yujiro, I think, is at least 30% microplastics himself.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that's.
He's made of microplastics and microfiche too.
Yeah, he's. Yes. Microfiche. That's so random. Oh my goodness. So there's a big juice on Shomakato. You got to remind everyone he's got the big juice, not the other shitty juice.
Was it big juice? I thought it was little juice, but
it's some kind of juice. And they're both little juices.
Let's be honest. It smelled bad. Whatever it was, it smelled real bad. So.
It's not orange juice or apple juice or a juice you want. It's something called breakfast juice, which has fucking like all sorts of weird shit, like fruit you wouldn't even fucking expect to have juice, like
grapes.
Ooh, here's fucking cantaloupes and fucking pears and all this kind of shit. And I'm just like, I just want orange juice. Give me the fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, so something else that makes you upset. Next, Luke, we have another match. It's
Ren low blows Oleg after the match, and I mark out.
Gotta get him. He's upset. So. Anyway, Taguchi, Ishii, and Shota Umino, that's his name, versus Great-O-Khan, Akira, and Neil Patrick Harris. And the Taguchi was probably supposed to be Hanma, I was thinking, before this match, but Hanma comes out later. His eye came out, and he comes back and wrestles. So that's pretty cool. I was worried about him. Hey man, got show must go on. So Akira and Ishii, they get after it. We also get the silly entrance with Ishii again, where he's already in the ring. He's just like, come on, which is fun. But then there's some really fun Great-O-Khan versus Taguchi butt stuff. That's good times right there. I like that. So Shota he runs wild on Great-O-Khan for a little bit, and then we get Shota Umino and Great-O-Khan for a while. Nothing noteworthy there, but Akira and Ishii get after it again over and over again. And Akira hits a deadlift German suplex on Ishii, and it's awesome. That made me so happy. And then
too, it was awesome. Yeah,
the man who played Doogie Howser taps out to the Oh My Garankle. Got to heat up Taguchi, and Great-O-Khan beats up Shota Umino after the match for that insolence from the other day. So
absolutely. So yeah. Yeah, this was great. Shooter is in the ring, and Akira is in the ring, and he calls out Ishii saying, I want a real fucking challenge.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
see,
that's fucking funny.
This is all part of the story, man,
Oh, of course. Yeah. They're too self-aware about it now,
Akira's making fun of him.
Yeah, everyone online must be like, they're ignorant. How do they not see what their reaction they get? They know, dude. Come on. They know. It's part like if once the commentators in English start going on and on about it ad nauseum, like, come on, yeah, it's a story.
I won't be listening, so I won't know about that.
So you got El Desperado tagging. Oh look, with an absolute legend, it's Tomoaki Honma versus Hartley Jackson and Kosei Fujita. Honma has a swollen eye, and Despy tells Hartley. Well, this is all right. So Despy goes up to Hartley while Hartley's just standing on the apron waiting to get tagged, and just chops him. And then Hartley gets in the ring. Kenta Sato does what all the refs do. Hey, you can't get in the ring because you haven't been tagged. He bounces off Hartley Jackson, and Hartley walks over him like nothing happened. And I am howling. I'm like, that is fucking awesome, and that's the exact reaction I want. So, as much as it pains me, I'm giving Kenta Sato some props there, Mr. Guy.
Yeah, he learned that from Marty. So
yeah, of course. That's Chumpy's Chump Bump boot camp shit right there.
right.
He's putting that stuff into practice for sure. It's fucking awesome. Hummer helps Desperado, and Despy makes the crowd laugh by slapping the top of Harley Jackson's dome.
It's not funny. I don't find it funny at all.
By the way, do Hummer and Desperado, do they kind of stiff Harley a little bit? Like, they got hard on this guy? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He probably likes it, that's fine.
Whatever the case, I'm enjoying it. It's really fun. By the way, Desperado, he looks at Vegeta and he goes, "Oh, are you wearing tape?" "Yeah, fuck your arm." Hartley does the big fuck you. I know I only just got here, but already I know fuck Makabe, because he does the double clothesline.
That made me laugh. Got a bigger reaction than Makabe would have too.
Yeah. Hanma, though he does bulldog him after a boot to the face and hits a Kokeshi. There's a Jackson #1 sent on for 2. Hanma doing headbutts and rocket Kokeshis to Hartley. And I'm just seeing it. I'm like, all right. It looks like everyone in Team DK can make Hanma look good. And there you go. Hartley's just like, Hartley knows what's up. Has he heard this podcast? Make Hanma look good. Lukey will like. Yeah.
I think he followed the Twitter account, I'm pretty sure, but
yeah.
Now we're lost.
Well, we put him over all the time, so like, so is that. So maybe. But I just loved it. I loved Kenta Sato bouncing off him, and I love all this kind of stuff with Hanma as well. It's fucking fun. So Hartley hits a double suplex, and then then there's a great springboard missile dropkick by Vegeta on El Desperado, and Hartley wins with one of my favorite moves in wrestling, the Death Valley Driver, I would say Hartley Jackson does look like what if Perry Saturn was built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, it's the Perry Saturn style DVD, right? It's like the OG one, and it's not. And
that's over with me because I loved Perry Saturn, like, and especially when he was like WCW and tagging with Canyon. That was the shit.
Yeah. He's a great wrestler, man. DVD's a great move too, you know? And it's funny because like lots of people in New Japan do the DVD, but it's always in the corner or some weird way that's not that style.
Or on the apron,
that's cool, man. So it's nice to see it. But I like that. Poor Hanma had to lose, but man, he's a fucking warrior.
He's been put over in these matches, though, man. Like, the guys are going like, we're gonna bump like a motherfucker for you.
Well, him and Hartley had like a slow big man like lariat war in the middle of this too. That was like, yeah, this is cool. This is like old school New Japan. I like that. So next, Luke, we have LIJ versus Kid, Baloney, Connors, Gato, and Ishimori. And Marty has arrived, and I was very happy to see him. So I heard that through one of my sources, I heard that Naito requested that Marty ref this match. So I don't know what that's all about, but he did. So, and we get Shingo and Dan Maloney start, and it's tremendous. They just basically do a mini Never match that's awesome. And then Naito versus Connors, and Naito is choking him and shit. And Hiromu's like, let me help cheat. And they both just double team Connors, and then Ishimori gets in and they beat him up. And Marty's standing in front of the camera guy at one point for a few. It's really funny because he doesn't know, but he's right in the way. He won't get out of the way. And the camera guy moves, and he moves with him. And it's just a coincidence, but it was funny. So I like that. Anyway, we get a Jeep flip to Hiromu, and he bumps almost into the ropes. He goes flying, and it looks scary. And then Gato's like, hey, Marty, I want to talk to you about something. Everybody fights on the outside. Suji and Kid are just like crushing each other with chops that are whip cracks that are like making everyone gasp and shit. And it's amazing.
It's like the Prisoner intro, dude. It's like when you spam the fucking lightning button in the intro we did for the best of interviews. 100% spectacular, 100%, right?
That's
it's
always,
like,
always 100%.
Always.
I'm 100%.
Me too.
But who else is 100% is Hiromu and Naito, because they get Gabe Kidd down, and Hiromu's like, now's my chance, and makes a hilarious diving tag and tags in somebody. I don't even know who, but no, he tags in Suji. So now it's Suji and Kid, and it's their turn to have a mini Never match. So they do that. It's awesome. I love that. Everybody in the pool spot has like 8 different stages to it, and it's just like, wow, these guys are good at wrestling. And then Gato's left alone with LIJ. They all kill him. Bushi makes him tap out. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. You know how the match is going to go because Gato's like right there. And yeah, there is that. But there's a chance Bushi might lose. But, you know, if Gato's there, you're 95% sure he's losing. Like, it's just the law.
Can we get Gato to win a match, man? That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I'd only want to see him pin dudes like Jado, Taka, maybe not Taka at the moment, but or like Togo, like kind of those guys.
What about trash talking Young Lion?
Or something. Yeah, he can pin a Young Lion. I can't see any problem with that either. But he doesn't, does he? Have you? When was the last time we saw him?
So he never pins anybody. So.
No, like, and he could at least book himself to win against a Young Lion. He doesn't. So, like, I don't know. I love that man. Anyway, what do we have next? I get both of these. Yay. But I really like this match more because it's Yo and Goto. Boo. Yo and Goto. WNBC. What a fucking tag team. It's the lamest nerd tag team I can think of. That's all right. And they're wrestling against Zack Sabre Jr. and Robbie Eagles.
I get nervous. Even on this team. Come on, man. I get fucking was pretty bad. So
I get fucking nervous, dude. Why? Because I'm like, all right, well, Goto pinned Zack Sabre Jr. the night before, and Yo has a tag team title shot. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Oh, my God. Robbie starts his chant. Hey, you know how we start this Conquering Hall? Aussie, I'm sorry, I'm doing it the real way. Robbie. They do that, and Yo then completely fails to roll him up and almost loses right away. And I thought that would have been awesome.
He also eye poked him.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? How dare you engage with the fans? Eye poke. What the fuck?
Zack Sabre Jr. does like a really nice Canadian neck crank on Yo. And Vegeta's on commentary and he's approving of Zack Sabre Jr.'s beating up.
Yeah, he's cheering him on and shit. This is great.
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
Then there's like a nice double arm submission on Yo, almost fucking pulling his arms out. Yay.
That's putting on the show for Fujita, too. He's like doing that right in front of Fujita. And Fujita's like, yeah, do the other one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's fucking funny, man. I love it. The TMDK, the dynamic is so fucking good. And I like that they're not all just submission guys too. So you got at least like 2 bruisers in there.
Yeah. With
Ewa and especially Hartley Jackson. But, I really like this lineup of Team DK. Pity Tito's not there, but, Yeah, I like Hartley Jackson better anyway. So, like, I'm not going to complain. Sorry, dude.
It's just a name anyway, Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to hear Marty yell at Yo to give up while he was in the Ron Miller special. So that was really nice. Thank you, Marty. You're giving me some really cool stuff there. Unfortunately, Yo doesn't do that. But what he does do is he lays down for 3 when Robbie Eagles pins him. And I'm like, yay, you got pinned. Does he still get a title shot? Fuck this feud. Like, get it out of here. Because, like, in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad like Yo didn't win, but I'm also prepared for like Robbie to lose to Yo because I'm like, you got to make it a bit of a threat here. And I'm like, and they didn't do that. And they also look like double losers now because they lost to the Strong Stank champions, West Coast Wrecking Crew, on the Strong Show. So
nobody watched that. So.
No, but still, like, do you think? I guess. You know how they do the opposite of making this team look like absolute losers, and then right at the end they fucking win or something. Don't do that. That would suck.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't care, but I do want to see good wrestling, and this match was very good wrestling. I do have a beef with our Mr. Goto, of course. So the most boring move I can think of, pretty much, besides like a headlock, is the Bulldog. The Bulldog is one of the most boring moves ever, right? It just is. And it's just like, it never quite looks good. It's just kind of like, Goto was like up late, like 7:30. And he was like having, a talk with Yoshihashi. And he come up with a way to spice this move up. This move that's maybe not very popular for him. Double Bulldog. Twice as boring. Just wanted to point that out. Double bulldog, twice as boring. So
Yeah.
at least
It's double.
Hanma mixes in the DDT when he does the bulldog. So, you know.
And Shingo with the fake out, he's doing 2 different kind of DDTs at once.
Yeah.
That's too much for Yoshihashi.
I don't like Goto. Did you know that? But next, Luke, we have a match. It is the main event of, and kind of like the main event of this little group of 2 shows here. And it is Yoshihashi versus Riho Aiwa. And this match is pretty good. You know, I liked it. At the beginning, Riho Aiwa gets the big shine, and he's going, fuck your arm. Wrong arm, though. You know, why don't you fuck up the chopping arm? But that's all Yoshihashi has. So,
dude.
Yeah, there's also something weird that happens at the beginning. So Yoshihashi pulls the kid to the outside, all right, and he like does like something with the guardrail, and then he puts him back in the ring, and then he pulls him back out of the ring, and it's like, why are you doing this twice? They something got goofy there, and they just did the same spot twice.
I know who to blame for this, and you know who to blame for this too.
Yoshihashi, yeah.
But
that was great. So then Yoshihashi slams Riho Aiwa on the floor. He is the mean. He is tough and the mean. So show us. Back in the ring. It's time for chops. Lots of chops. Yoshihashi kind of dominates for a bit, but then Riho Aiwa dominates for a bit, but it always leads to more chops. Like everything they do just leads to more chops. And I like that. That's fun. There's a suplex from 2 from Riho Aiwa. He gets back to fucking up Yoshihashi's arm, and Yoshihashi is whining and screaming like a goat. And he just gets in a hold. He goes, ah! It's like, dude, fuck you. But it's not the chopping arm, and I really don't understand why. So, but then Yoshihashi hits, and I say that in quotes because it's not really like it's not a move. It's the headhunter. It's the, hey, I'll do a flip over here and you fall down. That's what it is. But he hits that, and there's a slapping sound. Who did that? Somebody fucked up. So anyway, that was pretty funny. He doesn't even touch the guy, and it's not a strike, but we hear, you know, it's like Riho Aiwa slapped his leg, I think. But anyway, big chop battle. Riho Aiwa sells the chops in a way that gets the crowd behind him. It was great. They start chanting his name. He's doing a good job. Shitty kicks from the shittiest of wrestlers, Yoshihashi. And then powerbomb from Riho Aiwa is countered by Yoshihashi with a DDT, and it was pretty cool. That was really cool. Yoshihashi hits a Liger bomb for 2. The grip locks in a choke. Backpack stunner, sorta. He just kind of fell down, though. That was really what it was like. Dropped to his butt, but that's what it's supposed to be. But the grip is reapplied. Yoshihashi gets out again, but Riho Aiwa puts it back on. Yoshi's like, okay. He has these noises he makes when he's trying to get out of a hold. They are hilarious, okay? And it's not in a good way. So Yoshihashi gets a desperation lariat for 2, and then fisherman suplex for 2 from Yoshihashi. That's a move that only he and Yujiro do. But it
is.
I guess Hanari does it too, but he kind of runs when he does it, so it's like it's a little different, you know.
Hanari puts the extra stank on it, sure.
It's true. But lariat war with wrist control, but whose wrist is in the control? Riho Aiwa is victorious in this lariat war. Doctor bomb for 2. He struggles a little on the top rope, but finally gets up there and hits a body sausage for 2. And Yoshihashi sells that really well. And I was like, wow, he can do it. Key lock from Riho Aiwa, and Yoshihashi gets a roll up, but it's the choke and then the pin. Red Shoes doesn't even wait for Riho Aiwa to make a choke and then the lariat. Red Shoes, Riho Aiwa is going down to do the pin. He hasn't even pinned him yet. Red Shoes is already counting 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Riho Aiwa wins. Yay. That was so funny.
I feel like this is a good match, but I feel like we might not have, at least I wouldn't have reported it as such if Iwa had a lost, because otherwise we would have been, you and I were like, you said it in the chat, like,
well, yeah, what's the point of this
if Yoshihashi wins, then what are we doing here? Like, and you're right. So this is exactly what it needed to be, and Yoshihashi, as much as Yoshihashi can, made Iwa look like $1 million.
Yeah,
why don't I give it to him? That was his job. He did it. So yeah. I thought it was a pretty good main event. Yeah. So that was the end of those shows. When's the next show?
The 30th, I believe. So a couple days.
Oh, yeah, a couple days. That's not too bad. But since it's not a tournament, or a massively big show where we want to just sink our time into that. This is a Road 2 show, so it's perfect time to reintroduce. And because I received these at like 7 a.m. this morning, or just after, we have more wrestler diaries. Thanks, Jay. Jay sent us some diaries.
Thank you.
They're wrestler diaries you can get if you're a member of the New Japan fan club or whatever. I'm not, so obviously I'm not a real fan.
We made our own. We were like, fuck your fan club.
Yeah. We don't write diaries, though, so...
No.
If I did, all my diary would say, like, Thursday, the 4th of December, get milk.
I think mine would be a little more interesting than that, but I'm not doing it. Not for free.
All right, so I guess we'll start from the. Do you want a choice, or do you want me just to get the bottom one, or what do you want?
You're in charge of the diary, so what diary are we doing this week, Luke?
You know what? I want to ease us back into diary, so I'm going for the Hiroki Goto diary. We haven't done a diary in a while, and he's generally I know I've shit on this man, but
he's great at
diaries. A diary.
Guy knows what he's doing, or whoever he hires to do it knows what they're doing.
This is episode 451. It's called Overthrow IWGP, and there's a photo of Hiroki Goto standing in front of some temple or something, dressed in kind of, I don't know, cosplay like a ninja or something. He's got the sword, he's got the helmet and everything, and you can't see his face, so it's even better.
That's a win.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool photo though. Yeah. Looks like a cross between. No, he looks a bit like a dag. Yeah, doesn't quite pull it off. Anyway, this is dated at January 21st, 2024. So I'm going to assume that it's supposed to say 2025. So the person who translated this diary, or Goto, made the same mistake I did at the start of the show when I said this was the road to new beginning, 2024. See, it happens.
It's the new beginning too, by the way.
The circle of life is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, good afternoon. Hey, he didn't fuck me over. Usually he says, hello, everyone. He didn't do that. He said, good afternoon, everyone.
He loves you.
Yeah, but now I can't complain about him even more. So,
I mean, yes, you can.
Asshole. Oh, yeah, I can. A new tour has finally begun. It's a big chance. My challenge for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship has begun. My first match of the year with Bishamon was a good start. To those who have only recently started watching New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think they only have an image of me as a tag team wrestler. The same may be true for the current champion, Zack. When I was younger, what? No, I've always felt Zack was a singles guy mostly.
He was with Taichi for a long time.
I know. I feel it. Tech is for life. When I was younger, I would wear a red towel over my shoulder and was conscious of the fighting spirit style. Even the other young wrestlers started a group called the Nogi Kekigun. I refused and fought alone. Those who have recently started watching New Japan Pro Wrestling may not know this, but I've spent most of my career as a singles wrestler.
What?
I have challenged for the heavyweight singles belt called the IWGP 8 times in the past. Although I have lost every single time, this number of challenges is the most ever and will go down in history, and also represents the number of times I have climbed back up after defeat.
Get the fuck out of here. He's saying I lost 8 times, and that is a record. But it just means I got up the 8 times.
What he's saying is he's the Ric Flair of losing title matches, right?
Come on, man.
Like Ric Flair, I've been the champion 16 times. I'm the champion's champion. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, you did lose it 15 times, though, Rick. No, yeah, but never mind.
Yeah, but it's a little different because Goto's never won.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's the lamer version of that.
Much lamer.
Man, I wish I could still oh man, it hurts about Ric Flair, I guess. But it's also not surprising. Fuck, I'm moving on. It took 9 years, but I have earned my 9th IWGP challenge through my own efforts.
Jesus Christ. Yoshihashi had nothing to do with it.
Perhaps perhaps it wasn't just my own strength. Things drastically changed after last year's New Japan Cup. Yeah, you had fucking help and injuries to help you.
And you lost.
Yeah. I've also been lucky, and although I lost in the finals, that match was elected as the best bout at the Pro Wrestling Grand Prix that year.
What?
Oh, there's no way.
No,
My father
he's
suddenly
bullshit.
passed away 1 month before the New
Oh,
Japan Cup began.
come on,
All right.
man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I believe this opportunity I have now was given to me by him. My father's funeral was a lovely one, as it was a family affair. I wasn't
That's
able
no
to give
fun.
comfort to my father, who had always been worried about me. He left this world lonely. Even though my children were in front of me, I couldn't stop crying.
Oh.
What motivates me? I stopped making. Yeah, you can't. What motivates me are my feelings for my late father, my children, who are my reason for living, and the voices of the many fans who have supported me since long ago. Yeah, in a galaxy far, far away. I can make fun of that bit. Yeah, that's all right. So what if I've lost 8 times previously? No matter how many times I lose, if I don't give up, it's not a loss. I'm ready. All right. There's this character in a show called Red Dwarf that his name is Arnold Rimmer. He's a fucking arsehole loser. He's one of those kinds of arseholes that you kind of are glad that he always loses at life at everything because he kind of deserves it. But there's a line in one of the episodes where someone says he constantly fails the astro navigation exam. And Rimmer, taken aback, he goes, "What? Constantly? If someone had eaten roast beef 11 times in their lifetime, you wouldn't say that they constantly ate roast beef, would you? No, you would say it was a rare occurrence." Him trying to rationalize, like,
Yeah.
11 times he failed the astro navigation exam.
Godo's
so
gaslighting himself. That's what's
Yeah.
going on. So.
That's what's going on. That's the same fucking energy right there. All right. February 11th, I'll step into the ring in Osaka with Hato at full throttle. I think many people know that there is a long version of my theme song, Hato. Can we make yours shorter? Anyway, I'll step into the ring in Osaka, carrying my past defeats and turning them into strength. There's been a debate going around the streets about whether it's the Aramusha Revolution or the Goto Revolution. So I'll make it clear here. It's officially the Goto Revolution. Viva la Goto Revolution! Then.
Jeez. Okay, so here's my problem with Goto's, is that, I mean, he's a wrestler, right? So isn't he supposed to be writing those in character? And isn't it a little too real? It's like he needs to go to Hanma and let's say, teach me how to make this a little less real. And and I'd like to get back to naked men in that he's saving their life and saving someone's life in a car. What happened to that? Now we're talking about wrestling. I do give him that. He was talking about wrestling the whole time.
I have to give him, you might want to talk about wrestling when you're the number one contender. You might want to do that for your new diary. Just you might get new fans, even
Mama probably
new
told
fans.
Him that.
Of course. Yeah. So I don't know, a little too real in the middle there. So we prefer a nice kind of diary we can consistently make fun of from start, middle, and finish. We ain't gonna make fun of no one's parents passing away. Hell no.
We're gonna make fun of the fact that we couldn't make fun of it though.
So.
Definitely gonna do that. So. Oh man. Hey, that was fun. We talked about the new beginning. There'll be another new beginning, the new beginning show soon, and then the actual new beginning will be in early February. So we're almost there.
That's right. There's more.
It will have begun.
That's right. It's like what was the 7th Friday the 13th movie called? The new beginning.
It began.
Was that? It did begin. The beginning. Someone knows. Might be off by a movie or two. Doesn't matter. Corey Feldman's in it, I think.
Yeah.
But
isn't he in the original one?
I don't know. He was in at least 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, no one gives a shit about that. And that's kind of. Oh man, we finished. Oh. In Gato we trust. Yay. Machine.